Well, this morning, NASA revealed a series of pictures from deep space, the most detailed look ever at the origins of the universe as a new era of space exploration begins. Stunning images. Take a look from the James Webb Telescope today, turning what had been the subject of science fiction into reality. Clusters of galaxies, the birth and death of stars, new data on the makeup of the celestial bodies.
Today, the Webb mission is open for scientific business.
Every dot of light we see here is an individual star, not unlike our sun, and many of these likely also have planets.
Now, there are even pictures scientists and astronomers don't fully understand. Webb began collecting data and capturing images a few weeks ago. Today's release, the result of 120 hours of observation. The NASA team stressing this is just the beginning of a new era in astrophysics and space exploration. Now, the Webb telescope launched with enough fuel to continue its mission for 2 decades or more.
Associate Professor of Physics at Boise State University, Brian Jackson, has been watching these developments closely. His research interests include extrasolar planets, Mars, and planetary geoscience. Professor Jackson joins me now live to talk about the exciting news from space. So, Professor Jackson, just how exciting is this for you and the space science community?
I mean, astronomy Twitter was nonstop buzzing yesterday afternoon and this morning, so we are very excited about this.
How significant is it to have this powerful tool in space collecting these images and data?
Well, your audience probably knows how important the Hubble Space Telescope has been to astronomy and to sort of cultural understanding of astrophysics. The JWST Space Telescope is going to do the same thing, but in the infrared. So it's a little bit like being able to turn up the volume on the strings in an orchestra, where before we could just hear the woodwinds with Hubble. So we're going to have a much wider range of wavelengths that we can probe the cosmos with James Webb.
Now, there are 2 images that you wanted to focus on that the telescope has sent back. This first one kind of looks like a graph. And so what are we looking at here?
Yeah, so this graph is very exciting to me as a planetary astronomer. This is what's called a spectrum. So it's showing the different colors of light coming from a distant planet, WASP 96b. This is what we refer to as a hot Jupiter. So it's a big gas ball like Jupiter in our own solar system. But instead of like 100 degrees or 100 degrees below, this planet is actually about 1900 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you thought it was hot in Boise, imagine what it's like on a planet like this.
No, thanks. We'll stick with 100 degrees. The second image is pretty stunning, and we're going to show that here too. And so what is this one? It almost looks like a painting.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? This is actually a star-forming region in the what's called the Karina Nebula. Unfortunately, this is in the southern hemisphere in the sky, so we can't see it here from Boise. But what you're looking at are baby planetary systems, baby stars about 12 million years old, in the process of forming planetary systems, probably some like our own solar system.
So what is the space science community gaining from the discoveries that the James Webb Telescope will be sending back to Earth?
Yeah, so one of the things that's really exciting about James Webb is that it's actually about 10 times more powerful than the Hubble Space Telescope because the mirror is much bigger. And so that will allow us to peer at even darker images, even darker features in the sky than Hubble allowed us to. The other thing about James Webb is that it's an infrared telescope. So that means that we can see colors that we couldn't really see with the Hubble Space Telescope. Infrared allows us to peer through dust. So as you know, it can be quite smoky here in Boise. And so if you can imagine trying to do astronomy through a big smoky sky, that can be challenging. But the James Webb will allow us to actually peer through the sort of cosmic dust and to reveal mysteries that are otherwise obscured by that cosmic dust.
And are people in your community kind of, I don't know, to use the term, geeking out over what this is going to provide?
That is exactly the right term to use. People were just flipping out on Twitter today. People were so excited about these discoveries that they were on hold waiting for NASA to show the images, and they were excited about the music that NASA was using to make us wait on hold. So people are just as excited as they can be.
When you're excited about hold music, you know you're excited about something. Dr. Brian Jackson in the physics department at Boise State, thank you so much. Maybe as more information comes back, there are only 5 images so far, we can check back with you in the coming weeks and months.
Yes, please do.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.